Hey Max, it's your Uncle Fred. Just wanted to say hello to you from Chicago. That's where I am right now. This is a beautiful city, an amazing city, one of my favorite cities. In fact, it's a city that's really kind of special for you because your parents met here, your Aunt Dee and me, we met here, and even your great-grandparents, your great-grandma and grandfather Javid, they met here as well in Chicago. It is one of my favorite cities because of what I'm about to show you right now, which is the L trains. That's right, the L trains. These are like subway trains that ride above the streets. L stands for elevated, which means up above. And I'm gonna show you some really cool trains riding around the streets of Chicago. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Max, right now I'm in a train station in downtown Chicago in what's called the Loop. It's called a loop because the trains go around in a loop. I'm gonna show you on a map in just a second. Right now I just want you to see, can you see all of the people walking down below? Do you maybe see some cars? A couple cars? Pretty interesting. There they go. All right, Max, here comes a train. We're gonna get on this train. It's gonna take us around the loop. Ready to get on this train with me? We're gonna go for a ride around the loop. Here we go. All right, Max, we're riding on this L train. It's an orange train. And here's a map of the whole system. And right in the middle, there's a loop. That's where we are, riding a train around this loop. Here's a closer look. We are right now riding this Orange Line train around the city of Chicago. This is the map, and here's real life. Max, your Aunt Dee and I don't live here anymore, but when we did, one of my favorite things to do was just to do exactly what I'm showing you right now. Get on an L train, sit, and watch all the cool buildings and vehicles, sometimes even people go by. Max, look at all the people below as we're traveling above them on this L train. Say hi to people on the streets of Chicago. Max, Chicago is a huge city, which is why it needs all of these trains to carry all of its people around. Right now I'm standing above some of the L train tracks in the Loop in downtown Chicago. Can you see the train that's coming into the station? All right, there. Also, check out what's behind me. Look at these enormous buildings. Can you see the giant skyscraper? I just love how there are trains and skyscrapers. So many beautiful things in the city of Chicago.
Max, Chicago's L trains don't just run inside the loop. They also go way outside of the city. Let's ride this Purple Line train into the city together. I wonder what we'll see.
Max, some of the trains go underground, like that train that just passed us, and other trains are elevated above the city. See how we're going above the ground while the other train went into the tunnel? In the background, you can see the skyline of the city of Chicago. Max, here's the train I'm riding on, going around this curve. Max, I'm in the front of the train. Can you see the train's operator? He's driving this train into Chicago. We're headed straight towards that giant skyscraper. It used to be called the Sears Tower.
Max, it looks like we've still got a long way to go. Let's speed things up a little bit. Oh yeah, now we're cruising. Max, you think we can go any faster? Let's try it. Oh my goodness, now we're really cruising. This is getting kind of scary. Better stop. Yeah, this speed's better. It's fast, but it's not crazy fast. Anyways, we're almost back inside the loop. Can you see all the tall buildings that are now around us? Let's watch for just a little bit longer.
Doors closing. Washington and Wells is next. Doors open on the way at Washington and Wells.
Max, we're still riding on this train going over the Chicago River. There's a train that's going by. And check out the Chicago River in downtown Chicago. Going over a bridge. Max, wave bye to the conductor of this train. He's gonna keep it going into town and around the loop of Chicago. So Max, because these train tracks run above the streets, many of the streets in Chicago have tracks over them, just like this. I'm right now standing underneath where that L train was just running. Let me show you as we go up the stairs. And out on the platform. Here's where the trains are. Max, one of my favorite things about Chicago's L trains are all of the colors on the train lines. I'm about to get on this pink line train. See if you can see the pink as it goes by me. It's got some pink signs on it. All right, let's go catch it. All right, Max, I'm standing on one of my favorite parts of the L trains. It's the very back of the train, and I love it because you can look out the back window and watch the tracks as you go by. Sometimes you can even see other trains as they're coming up to you. Let's take a look.
Please keep your belongings off the seat next to you so others may sit down.
Look, Max, we're going across another bridge. Riding on this Pink Line train. Look, Max, we're going over some other train tracks. Those are metro trains. They're bigger and faster, and they go out to cities outside of Chicago. Hey, Max, those trains we were just riding on? Well, here are the tracks. But now we're on the ground. Check out how the tracks run above the streets so all the cars can run under them. Isn't that cool? Max, check it out. Behind me is an elevated train, an L train. And can you see how it's running on tracks that are above the streets? Wow. All right, Max, I hope you enjoyed this trip around Chicago's L. I love you so much. I can't wait for you to someday come to Chicago and see some of these trains yourself. I'm gonna go ride the trains a little bit more. I'll see you very soon. And once more, I love you very much. Bye.